Hey, Bunky.
Hey, June Bailey. Take you a seat. This is gonna be the best summer ever. Okay, bye.
Here's the big challenge of life. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. That's the challenge. And of course, the other side of the coin reads, unless you change how you are, you'll always have what you got. I have found in my experience that income does not far exceed personal development. Now, sometimes income takes a lucky jump, but sure enough, unless you grow out where it is, it'll usually come back where you are. Life has strange ways.
Follow your passion first. First. When I retired from the game, I sat there asking kind of all the wrong questions. What's the biggest industry I can get into? And it's all the wrong stuff. And you got to sit there and ask yourself, okay, what am I truly passionate about? What do I enjoy doing? And when you feel that way, honestly, you feel like you've never worked a day in your life. It's the most fun thing in the world. You get up in the morning excited about what you're doing. And you got to be really honest with yourself about it. If you wake up in the morning and you're dreading going to work, dude, do something else. Right. Do something else. And those are hard decisions to make. But when you make those decisions, it's a very liberating experience. And you find out that the rewards will come. And once you have the passion, the thing that you're passionate about now, you can look at other people or other entities or other things or works of art. And you can draw things from that to help you be better at what you do by looking for those common denominators. Johnny wanted to know, how do I prepare? How do I prepare? How do I study? How do I view the game? How do you build your game? And my response is much like the way he builds products. You think sequentially. You look at the end result of what you want to create, but in order to create that, there's so many other little things that go into this massive entity or device. It's no different than building my basketball game. You start with, what do you want your game to be? What would make your game most unstoppable or hard to deal with? And now you work backwards from there. And you start building it one piece at a time, one move at a time, one counter at a time. So there's a lot of similarities there. Well, you just got to put one foot in front of the other. And, sometimes I think, even for myself, it's easy to become distracted a little bit and start trying to look at what the final picture is going to look like. And, when you do that, you can easily become frustrated with where you are at the moment. So, my advice is just to focus on each day. And, you have a plan in place of how you want to improve and how you want to get better. And you stick to that plan and trust the fact that, every day that you stick to the plan, it'll get you to your end result.
By the way.
Oh!
Yeah. I don't know. Shoes?
Keep trying. Trying!
Boom. Alright. No, what I'm about to do now, I just got my workout in, got out of the shower. One of the things I like to do that I found was most powerful for my whole transformation and even like my thought process and how I put ideas together was meditation. There's are those days where I meditate for a long time. I do it kind of how I read. I used to read in chunks. So I also meditate in chunks as well. So after the shower, after my workout and everything, get my cardio in, shower, I really just like to put myself in a good mood and good vibe before I really start to dig into my work and get lost in that. I kind of like a Wim Hof breathing style. If you haven't heard of that, check it out. Meditation, it's really no perfect way to do it, just finding out what works for you, at least in my belief. My biggest thing on meditation, and I talk about this in my book, So get that. An hour play keeps the 9 to 5 away. Nonetheless, it's controlled breathing the way I look at it. Like, it's controlling your breath, it's controlling the way you breathe. When you control the way you breathe, you can control the way you think. At least that's how it's affected me. I can't speak for everybody else. I can't speak for the whole world. But when I meditate, and that's how I break it down, because thinking and breathing are two things you do consciously and subconsciously. So if you can control either of those, you can control the way you breathe, you can control the way you think. So that's kind of how I'll break it down.
Mr. Shoaff gave me one of the greatest phrases when I first met him when he said, Jim, every day stand guard at the door of your mind. How important. Stand guard at the door of your mind. And you decide what goes into your mental factory. Don't let anybody just dump anything they want to in your mental factory, because you've got to live with the results. Okay, here's the last disease, and we're through with this list. In fact, we're almost through. Hang on. The last subject is very brief. The last disease, but this one is deadly. Engage in this one, indulge in it even slightly, and you might as well forget the future, because it's going to forget you. Complaining, crying, whining, griping. A Bible word called murmuring. See, that'll ace your future. Spend 5 minutes complaining, and you have wasted 5. And you may have begun what's known as economic cancer of the bone. Surely they will soon haul you off into a financial desert and there let you choke on the dust of your own regret. I hope I said that well, so you won't forget. It's a deadly disease.